Hello, playmates. How you doing? Welcome to another edition of Welcome to the Weekend with myself, Carl Rickards. Lots of things to talk about tonight. Pop-up shops. I might revisit my subject of things being served in weird dishes and cups and glasses. There's a show generator thing that I've got going. Just loads of stuff, really. I might do the... Don might make an appearance on the show tonight. And yeah, just loads of stuff, really. I might play the samples game at some point. Don't forget, if you want to get in touch with us, it's at ReclaimedRadio1 if you're on Twitter. At ReclaimedRadio, apologies, on Facebook. And also, if you want to ring us on the Skype line, it's 0161 818 2627. 0161 818 rather 62. Shall I start that again? 0161 818 2627. Or you can get us on the Skype directory at Reclaim Radio. Okay, without further ado, I'll press on with some more music, and we'll get into the meat of the show shortly.
Listening to Kyle Rickards on Reclaimed Radio.
So yeah, we had there at the start, sorry, there's a bit of a popping noise then. We had Ray Stevens and Cannonball, and after that was Lucky You and by Lightning Seeds. So the news today, which is why I'm playing this in the background, is after, I think it's 11 years, Deal or No Deal is finally coming to an end. I never thought this... I used to enjoy it. Back in the day, I used to really enjoy that programme. And then they extended it to an hour, and it was all rubbish. But I'm just looking at, as I bring up my notes here, so Noel is not going unemployed. I know this will concern you. At home, but apparently he's remaining on Channel 4. He's got 2 pilot shows. Now these, I think these sound brilliant. The first one is called Cheap, 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 which sounds like a bird, but anyway. And that will see Noel challenge contestants to guess the lowest price of 3 items in his eclectic general store to win a huge pot of money. Sounds gripping, doesn't it? And then the second one is Noel Edmonds' Sell or Swap, which is he becomes the auctioneer as contestants bid on items ranging from expensive antiques to a second-hand speedboat or a never-used wedding dress. See? So all those people who won them on Bullseye, you know, get in touch with Noel Edmonds, he'll be able to sort you out. I did do a weird bonus show earlier in the week to test some different bits and pieces, and Rob Benet rang in as a caller, and he suggested that we should do swap shop. So if you've got any tat that you would like to float, well, it's like swap shop. So if you want to ring in and offer something, and somebody else might ring in and offer you something else back. I'm not sure the logistics would work. I'm not having it in my house, but there you go, or studio, I should say. What was the thing I was going to say? As I'm just checking something. The other thing that brought to mind as well, with the idea of those sort of shows, is a while ago I did for my friend Vicky, we were talking about all the rubbish game shows based on the Chris Eubanks youth hostling with Chris Eubanks, when Alan Partridge is coming up with ideas for shows, and I think I can just about do it now. So the one that I found when I was I've not loaded the program up for ages that I did. But it was one of the options. So basically, it's like a Channel 5 show generator. So it gives you like the title of something, an activity, with a celebrity presenter. So it's like, you know, Chris Tarrant's Train Journeys, apart from the fact they actually do that. But so the one when I switched it on before was Most Shocking Perms with Jim Bowen, which I would watch. I'll be honest with you, I would watch that. I've just tested it now, and it is Shoplifting with Andrew Marr. If I press refresh, Extreme rainfalls with anyone off ITV1. Oh, there you go. I'm pressing the wrong button, you see. And The Secret History of Cheese with David Suchet. See, so I've got 100 of them. If Channel 5 ever gets stuck for commissions or whatever, I'm happy to do that. So yeah. The other news as well that was announced earlier today, I think it was today, yeah, it was today, is Anastasia is the latest person to be announced for Strictly Come Dancing. See, that's become a thing now. I don't understand why it's become a thing. Like, every day we get a new celebrity, and it's like everyone's excited. But I suppose it builds hype for the show, doesn't it? But because Anastasia is now announced as being in there, it gives me the chance to play this, I'm Out of Love, on Reclaim Radio with Carl Rickards. I'm Out of Love, Anastasia there, who will shortly be tripping the Like Fantastic in Strictly Come Dancing. See what I did there? See, I could be a publicity agent for them. I believe we have a caller on the line. Caller, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello, it's Penny here.
Hello, Penny. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Excellent.
Deal or no deal? Sad news.
Do you know? Like I said, I used to love it, and then it went to about an hour, and I just got. And there was lots of faffing about. It's palaver. I can't be faff with palaver.
It's quite, like, dragged out now, isn't it? Like, ridiculously dragged out. But yeah. I've never watched it. Well, I hadn't watched it properly until a friend of mine was on it.
All right.
And it's kind of weird watching it when someone you know is on it.
Who's your friend? Who's your friend, Ollie Mers?
No. My friend Alice was on it probably about 2 years ago now.
Okay.
And it was quite amusing to watch because obviously I knew she'd filmed it in advance and everything. But
I thought you weren't supposed to. I thought you weren't supposed to tell anyone anything.
No, you're not supposed to tell anyone anything. But when your friend goes missing for several weeks and all you know is she's holed up in a 5-star hotel in Bristol, you're kind of a bit suspicious and you can't not find out, if you see what I mean.
Uh-huh.
But it was kind of interesting to watch it with someone you know on it because it just gives it a whole different dynamic and stuff. But when she was on it, it was when it was the week that she got to choose the boxers was the week of Glastonbury. So they changed it all into like a festival thing where they got Noel dressed up as a farmer with, I was going to say fake beard, but he's got a beard anyway, hasn't he? But even more beard and stuff. And then they had all of the contestants who had the boxers all dressed up as different pop stars and everything. So my friend Alice had to dress up as Lady Gaga, complete with this funny dress and everything else. And she won 14 grand in the end, which was quite good.
I'm presuming that's tax-free.
I believe it was tax-free. So, and she won a holiday as well, so you can't complain about that.
That's not too... Well, so, what do you think to his new show ideas, then?
Well, isn't it like The Price is Right, the first one?
Well, I did...
the one about the... What did you call it? Lowest... I can't remember what you called it now.
The
what about prices?
Cheap.
Cheap.
I think chirpy.
Okay, yeah, cheap. But it just sounds like a bit like a reverse The Price is Right, doesn't it? Or is that just me being a bit... I don't know.
I just find... I just don't understand how he's going to drag it out, to be honest with you. Although
he's going on tour with it all, though, isn't he?
Well,
I heard this on the radio earlier today about how there's going to be a farewell tour and he's going to take Deal or No Deal on tour. I mean, what?
I know.
Is that just milking it to the very last moment or something? Or...
Well, let's not forget his crinkly bottom in Morecambe, which soon died a death, did it not? But having said that, though, if he's doing these new shows, well, he doesn't need to do these new shows. He can go on flagging those boxes that purportedly cure cancer. Why did you go quiet then? I didn't say anything that was wrong.
I maybe the phone just cut out or something.
Oh right, okay. No, maybe, well, sorry, if the phone cut off, I just said he's flogging those boxes that are supposed to cure cancer, but evidently don't.
Yeah, and I just laughed.
Right, okay, there you go then.
Not sure I quite believe his theory on boxes or anything, and he wasn't allowed to say cure either. That's the bit that the ASA. He was very careful to get around that, wasn't he? He didn't say cure. He said they said that they could treat it. Didn't say the word cure. I
found it terrible that he had that go at that gentleman who had a very serious illness, and he said, "Well, perhaps it's all in your mind." He said.
Do you think he picked the wrong person?
I think he did. Yeah, it's all about negative.
Picked the wrong person. I think.
Just pick yourself up and get on with it. You'll be all right. And by the way, buy one of these boxes for about £2,000.
Yeah, it's not the way to go, really. It's not the
It's
way
all
to
right.
go.
I've not slandered him. I've not libelled him. So
No?
I'll tell you what.
No?
I'll tell you what I did think now, as I said to one of my acquaintances the other week. He does look remarkably like Lionel from Thundercats these days.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him that recently.
Oh,
I think the
Aslan.
last picture I saw of him was a friend of mine met him and put on a false beard just to be photographed with him, which he wasn't very impressed with that.
Whoa! Hang on. A friend of yours met him.
Yeah.
What? So what? No. Penny. Fingers
Yeah.
on lips. Right. So your friend. I just want to be absolutely clear. Your friend wanders around with a fake beard in their bag, just on the off chance they might bump into Noel Edmonds.
No. She was going somewhere where she knew Noel Edmonds would be.
Right.
So she took with her a knitted beard to put on, purposely just to be photographed with Noel Edmonds.
I bet he was tremendously amused by that.
He was not amused by it at all. At some point, I'll share the photo with you on Facebook or something. He wasn't impressed at all and just gave a very silly look to people in the photo. It's quite amusing.
I think he's a bit of a weird individual. Didn't he used to put like cameras around his house and everything to spy on his ex-wife?
Did he? Oh,
Yeah.
I've not heard that bit. But if you think about all the things Noel has done over the years, it's all a bit weird because you've got like your swap shop and everything to start with, and obviously he's on Radio 1 and all that kind of thing. But then you kind of got into the late breakfast show, which obviously went tragically wrong for various reasons. And then you got Noel's house party and the gotchas, of course, which I'd totally forgotten about until someone reminded me recently. And there was just loads of random stuff like that, wasn't there? And he was kind of all over everything. And then he disappeared for a bit. And then we've had Deal or No Deal. And it's all peaks and troughs. It's all very weird.
What was that show he did on Sky? The one where he had to go at that council, where he went on this massive... It was like the Daily Mail come to life.
I've forgotten about that, yeah. And it was him, and he made a big fuss about how he didn't take any fee for doing it because he just wanted to make sure that justice was done or something really weird like that. But then sold the story about how he'd not taken any fee to the Daily Mail or something.
He didn't take a fee, but I'm sure he kept the developers' rights, put it that way.
Yeah, something like that.
Not that anybody would pick it up. Right, okay then.
No.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, I was actually going to... I was originally ringing you before you started talking about Noel and his tidy beard and stuff. I was going to audition as your the Reclaimed Radio traffic correspondent.
All right.
Because I was stuck in a massive traffic jam, but actually that's disappeared now. So maybe I failed at that job role already.
Well, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
It's not rubbish that the traffic jam's gone. I'm quite pleased about that.
What's the state of the traffic? Well, roads are clear, to be honest with you. There's no traffic whatsoever now. It's all cleared up. So pop a record on. There you go.
Okay.
You keep coming and going, by the way.
I missed that bit.
Yes.
That's because, you see, I'm being a traffic correspondent. I'm on the move. But the other thing I was going to ask you
Can
about
I just say,
is pronunciation.
can I just say, only call if it is safe and legal to do so.
It is safe and legal to do so at the moment. I just have a 3-year-old in the back who keeps talking at me instead.
Okay.
What was I going to say? The other thing was, obviously, at Reclaimed Radio Towers, I'm sure, like the BBC, you have a pronunciation unit there, right?
We do indeed.
Of course you do. So, if you had the word spelt F-R-A-C-A-S, how would you pronounce it? In the context of, I'll give you a sentence of it in, the context of these American Olympic swimmers in Rio have got into a bit of a...
Fracas.
See, that's what I'd say. What I would not say is fracas.
No, I wouldn't say fracas either. Fracas. No.
Fracas. But someone on the BBC today, I heard them in an interview describing it as a fracas. And they said these American Olympic swimmers have got into a fracas. And I was like, what?
That's totally wrong.
It is, isn't it? It's not just me. But then I was trying to think about other weird things that, you see, my dad, if you're driving from A to B and you're describing the way that you're going to get there is in the directions, what would you describe that as? It's your what from A to B?
Oh, do you know, I was going to say my route.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. My dad always used to describe it as his route.
No, but people have said that in computer terms to me about the route. Can we get a router? Do you mean a router?
Yeah, actually, I hadn't thought about it in that context. But yeah, but I don't. Is that? I don't know. But then is it scone or scone?
I I'm very easy with my pronunciation of scone.
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 You see, I'd only ever heard one of them until I was about 12, and now I don't know which one's supposed to be the posh one and which one's supposed to be the common one anymore.
I think the posh one was always scone, but being from where I am, it was scone.
Yeah, you see, it was scone for me, and I'd not heard scone until I moved further north when I was about 12, and then it became a scone, and I thought scone sounded posher, but everyone tells me that scone's posher.
No, the other way. Well, I'm right. Well, I'm posh then. I must be.
I think we're in agreement, aren't we? But I think it's Southerners who think that. Let me get this right. Southerners think scone is posh. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes. No. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway.
There you go.
Anyway. Well, thank you for ringing, Penny.
It's all right.
About Noel and his hair, and for being the worst traffic correspondent in the history of traffic reporting. You certainly know.
Sally Traffic's job safe, isn't it?
Do you know, I was going to say, you certainly know Sally Traffic, are you? Right, I shall play a bit more music, but thank you for ringing, Penny.
All right, bye.
Bye. See, I was going to say bye, though. I was being quite polite. Kiki D, Take a Look at Me on Reclaim Radio with Carl Rickards. Every last second of Kiki D, Take a Look at Me. Right, I shall play the samples game. So I had to try and explain this. I perhaps didn't explain it quite so well last week. So I will play a song which will contain a sample. So you might hear the sample and you might recognise it from a more famous, popular song that you will have heard of. Does that make sense? I think it does. I'll play it and then I'll probably repeat it later in the hour. And if you want me to explain the rules again, because I might be a bit poor at that, I shall do. So this is this week's sample game, which is very quiet. Let me just try that again. Actually, that might be why. Oh, that was That was the original. But you might know a little bit of that was lifted and used in a more famous song, and you might know it. If you do, or if you want to ring about any subject whatsoever, 0161 818 2627, or you can get us on Reclaim Radio and Facebook. There we go. And if it's on Twitter, it's Reclaim Radio 1. And thank you for Belinda, by the way, who has decided she would be Belinda Banana, and she'd have a French accent. Just carrying on last week's theme. Right, a song for Andrew now. The intro and the outro by the Bonzo Dog. Bonzo Dog Doodah Band with the intro and the outro. I've always enjoyed the bit where he talks, where he says Valdunican. And also Eric Clapton gets a name reference as well, so I'm not sure whether Eric was actually on it. Although the record was produced by Apollo Vamoose, who was Paul McCartney. There you go, little trivial fact for you. Call on line. Hello, caller, can you hear me?
Hello, I can.
Ah, hello. How can we help you this fine evening?
Well, you know, I'm always interested in talking to you and listening to your opinions. But tonight, I felt motivated to join in the scone debate.
Oh, go on.
Well, I was brought up in the south, as far south as you can get.
Yeah.
And I was always told it was scone until I heard the word scone, which for me always sounds a bit posh. Having a scone.
See, I think... Go on, sorry, Vic.
No, that was me doing a terrible impression of somebody posher.
How did it go again?
Scone.
See,
yeah, scone and some tea.
I think it's the other way. I think scone to me was posh, and being Lancastrian, it was always scorn. You got a scorn.
Well, you see, that's scorn. That's a whole other word. Scorn,
not scorn. Not scorn. Scone. Oh, scorn. Oh, don't start.
I fear I already have.
Fracas or fracas.
Well, I was also enjoying that because I think a lot of the people, you know, the British public, hadn't even heard of the word fracas until the whole Jeremy Clarkson unpleasantness, when it was, you know, Jeremy Clarkson involved in a fracas with somebody. And I saw all manner of exciting spellings of it there, generally with an H on the end.
Is that when... Well, he was a bit of an arse. So is that when he punched his producer in his face because he didn't get a meat pie or something?
I'll be honest, I've done more for less. If I'm denied a meat pie, then, you know.
Would you... go on, sorry.
I've never lost my job over it. as you well know.
Very true, very true. So would you, though? If, like, you were deprived, do you think, of,
Well, I don't know. I mean, surely there were other options. There's always a drive-through. There's always, there's a late-night petrol station with a mini-mart. You can go and get a Ginsters in.
Is that like a scaled-down supermarket? Fits inside a petrol station?
Is. Yes, and you can buy some window wash fluid.
Brilliant. So what? I'd say I'm tempted now to do a controlled experiment and just put like a massive cream cake in front of you and say, right, I'm just going out for an hour. Don't touch that.
To be fair, cream cake I'll be all right with. Anything carbs, leave a slice of pizza and a big plate of crispy curly fries. We're back on the curly fry thing again.
Right.
I'd be all over that like white on rice.
Well, I'm just... Do you know, it's back to the thing. I had a conversation at work some months ago because they were talking to me about carbs and the other ones, and they were just like, and somebody actually said, don't talk to Kyle about that because he'll have no idea what you're on about. Like,
well, we've discussed this before, Kyle. You've got no concept of any sort of basic science.
So what is it? Carbs, protein?
Well, there's several. Carbs, proteins, nutrients, and other things. I don't know all this, but,
I thought there were three things. Carbs, protein, and
Chocolates.
other one. And what?
Chocolates.
Chocolate. Well, chocolate isn't actually 1E5 a day, is it?
Well, yeah.
What about...
You say that.
What about Jaffa cakes? Do they count as your 5 a day?
Only if you peel off the orange bit and eat that separately. Now, I would say to you, I know dried fruit is another thing altogether.
Yeah.
Because it's not as good for you as the fresh stuff. But surely raisins, a lot of fibre, good for the system.
Yeah.
But if you ate like a kilo of chocolate-covered raisins, does the chocolate negate the nutrients in the raisin?
I don't think so, but I think that could lead to some very unpleasant visits.
Well, it would remind me of the time I ate a whole packet of fig rolls.
Oh, you didn't?
I did.
Why did you do that?
I liked them, Kyle.
You sound like a northern pensioner now. I just
I feel like one.
Well, so what? Well, do you know, I don't want to know what actually happened. I'll tell you what.
It was a long time ago, and I was young and foolish, and I learnt the lesson.
I was going to say, did it immediately have the desired sort of effect, or were you...
It was within the hour, certainly.
Right, that's quite swift.
Yes, it was.
Have you touched a fig roll since? Not in that way. That's inappropriate.
I have. I don't eat them in quantity. 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Over the course of like 20 minutes.
Right, you just space it out.
Certainly not not a packet within, one episode of... I was going to say Noel's House Party, because that's probably the era it happened in. And that's what I associate myself with now. Quality
and value. Fig rolls.
I think you mean a quality, original, and excellent. No. Oh, even I don't know it. Quality, originality, and excellence. Noel's House Party. There we go.
Yes, thank you for that. Do you know what I did? Talking of fruit and veg, is I finally plucked my cherry this week. My solitary cherry, which I've been waiting 4 years for, which admittedly is the size of a pea, but it was the most juiciest little cherry I've ever eaten. It was like you had 1,000 cherries super compressed into one.
Was it small but perfectly formed?
It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Didn't it have a little pear to go with it, as in, the two sides of the cherry, or was it just a solitary?
No, there was just one. That's it.
You might find it will go berserk next year. How long have you had it?
4 years. There's like a gardener's question time now, isn't it?
I'm happy. If Penny's going to do travel, I'm happy to do Vicky's gardening hour.
Oh, I like that. What's in your bushes? No, that's wrong. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, no.
So no, go on then. Gardening.
What pH is your soil? I can check. I've got a thing for it.
Why have you bought like a soil checker?
So you can know what plants you can grow.
Oh.
Because some plants like acidic, some plants like alkali, and you need to check, otherwise you could be on a hiding to nothing.
I'll tell you what, you can have that the science correspondent job. Can you do more than Colin does about it?
Oh.
But anyway. No, so do you think it might... So I've had it for 4 years, and
I know fruit trees can sometimes take a few years to get into the swing of things, and they talk about, 1 or 2 years generally to get anything off a fruit tree sometimes, and so you might find next year you've got a glut.
Oh, do you know?
A glut of cherries, glaries.
Glaries. Do you know? I wouldn't be doing the show. If I had like a massive I'd just go out. I'd just eat my way through the bush. I really would.
You don't make the fig roll mistake, Carl. That's all I'm saying. Pace yourself.
How does that work with cherries, though? Does that have the same effect?
Fresh fruit is exactly the same. I'll tell you the story one time about the time I ate about a kilo of plums off my friend's fruit tree.
Well, tell me now.
They were about to turn. Oh, well. They had a fruit tree. It was, they were about to turn. They were all super sweet, super juicy, and I stood on that tree gorging on them like a little piglet and walked back to the house and paid the price.
Oh.
So I felt very healthy, but, there's no way to diet.
Did you find that your walking quickened as you were approaching the house?
It did. I felt like I was holding a cigarette paper between my,
Oh, talking of cigarette papers, I know you have criticised my eating habits before, but I had one of those microwave burgers before for my lunch, a dirty burger. Durga. It was Burger Day yesterday. I forgot that. And they give you they come now pre-packaged, and you get a slice of I don't know what you call it, cheese, I would imagine.
I was going to say, can we put quote marks around that?
A cheese. Well, that was it. But I have to say, it's the thinnest cheese slice I've ever. Literally, the polythene wrapper it was in was thicker than the actual content of the cheese.
Was it that lurid yellow colour as well?
Yes, it was.
Nice.
It was. I thought, why? Why am I even putting this in my body? But I ate it. I'll be honest with you. Fill the holes, isn't it?
Don't want to throw it out. That's even more wasteful.
Well, I've learnt my lesson now.
After
the chicken incident with you, which sounds really weird. I've learnt that now. Not to just, I don't know, buy chicken, eat a bit of it, and then throw it in the bin, because that is wasteful.
You make me so angry.
I'll get angry. Although I haven't got a 7-second delay either, so please don't swear either.
This isn't Big Brother. I'll do whatever the heck I like.
I was going to say, I thought I could just see the fact. I thought you were going to do that then. Oh, right. Well, thank you for ringing, Victoria. Did you have any idea, by the way, of what the sample game was?
No, I didn't. I'm rubbish at that. I'm very bad at spotting things like that, so I'm interested to find out the answer.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, keep listening. I shall reveal it.
I shall.
And like I said, yes, I shall do it in the second hour, probably about 8:30.
Righto.
Lovely. Thanks for calling, Vicky.
Pleasure.
All right. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
To me with blue cheese sauce. Oh, I love things like that. Another call on the line. Hello, caller. Can you hear me?
Hello, Carl. Yes, I can hear you. This is Fern.
Hello, Fern. How you doing?
Oh, I'm thinking of a burger I had at lunchtime, but you wouldn't approve because it was vegetarian.
Well, why do you think I wouldn't approve? Why would you think I wouldn't approve?
Actually, it was pretty grim. It was at a regular fast food place where I should have known better.
So what was it? What was actually in the burger?
Well, it was a little bit. Well, it wasn't quite cooked fully, I don't think, but it was breadcrumbs, sort of covering a bean mash thing.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Bagel of cheese.
I'll be honest with you. It sounds delightful.
Oh, well, okay. I'll tweet you the name of the restaurant.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Did you actually pay money for this?
Unfortunately, I did.
Oh.
But there we go.
Oh, did you have any side accoutrements with it, or?
I had a cup of tea with it.
Oh.
That was nice.
I had a cup of tea. That was Burning Cribbins, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. What a good song.
I love that song. I might play that if I can find it.
Yeah,
if I don't take the system
too.
down like I did with Rob the other night.
Oh, I missed that, unfortunately. Will that be available online to catch up?
It is available. It's on YouTube quite legally. Quite legally, it's on there with no music. Well, apart from one song. But anyway, we don't talk about that.
Oh.
Anyway, what can I help you with? Are you ringing about TV shows or Knowles?
Kyle.
Oh.
I was calling in about something, but you've got me all fired up about so many things since then, so I'm not sure where to start.
It's up to you. You can have as long as you want, because there's only Colin waiting on the phone, so you can have as long as you want.
Doesn't Colin need an hour?
Colin will be fine. Colin will be fine. Colin will be absolutely fine.
I'm sure he'll enjoy what I say, and he might wish to add something. I don't know.
Well, it's up to you. So if you have a list of things that you want to talk about, I then prioritise them, and we'll see how many we get through.
First of all, this scone scone thing. Come on. In the south, it's a north-south thing. In the south, scone is posh. Scone is as common as muck. Notice I said muck, not muck. It's a north-south thing.
No, you see, that's not the way I was brought up. Mine, like I said, my nan always used to say, posh people said scone. And like I said, because my nan was born and bred in Lancashire, it was scone.
In the north.
Do you want a scone with a bit of butter on it? I was like, yeah, I'll have some of that, yeah. Well, I didn't say that to her, that's a bit weird, but, not when I was 5.
Yeah, but did she ever travel down to the south to try that?
She came to, I was going through all the stuff, and she came to London in 1965 to pick up a long service award.
Oh, fantastic. And was there any record of her eating a scone while down?
I don't think she did, sadly, I can't ask her now. But I think she didn't like the people, I'll be honest.
Fair enough.
I don't think she ever went back.
Well, fair enough. I like it up here in the north.
It's all right, isn't it? It's not bad.
Yeah, people are nice, so it's true.
So, okay, scone.
The scone, it's a north-south thing.
Where do you stand on fracas versus fracas?
Oh, good one. Now, I learnt that word from the theme song to Supergram, so it rhymes with B.A. Baracus.
Fracas, yeah. Oh, it's just 3 ways of saying it.
Don't want to cause a fracas.
Which would be Baracus.
Yeah. So maybe you can find that, or Gary from, Radio sounds familiar. You see, he doesn't have to plug this week. I just did it for him. He can find it.
He'll still ring in, plug it, and then just hang up. That's what he does.
And what else? Your clip, that reminded me a lot of Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
Do you know? Angry's had a guess. It's not right. And your guess is good, but it's not right.
It's good, but it's not right. Oh, can you not play that meh sound?
That wah wah guitar? I know. Oh, sorry, I know what your sound effect.
It's good, but it's not right.
I don't. What, the Family Fortunes buzzer?
Yes. And if it's up there, I'll give you the money myself. That one. Dennis.
Have you? It's like you've taken acid today. Are you all right, Fern?
I've had a bit too much ice cream. I think the sugar has gone to my head.
I was going to say, there you go. Well, it's not the wrong sound effect. If that makes sense, but you can have this one. There you go.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Does it make you feel better?
Yes. Yes.
Why are you laughing?
I've just remembered why I actually rang in.
Oh, go on.
What I was going to ring in about. That was just a lovely little story in the news. So I don't know if you saw it, but water voles are a bit endangered. So they're gonna release a whole load of them up in Yorkshire.
Okay.
So I don't know if they like the shopping centres in Wakefield and that, or they might be trying to repopulate, the north.
But I know what Yorkshire people are like. They'll probably hunt it down and eat it, or batter it, something like that. Fry it.
I've been to Wakefield. I don't think they'd know what it was there.
Do you know
crumbs? It's just where would the water vole hang out?
Do you know what the old joke is?
Go on.
What's the best thing to come out of Yorkshire?
Oh, go on.
The road to Lancashire.
Oh,
don't tell him that. Don't tell him that.
I'll use that with someone who's upstairs.
Yeah. Let me.
Who's from the wrong side of the Pennine.
Yeah. Let me get off the phone first, though. Is it all right?
Okay. Well, thank you, Carl. Lovely show.
Oh, thank you very much indeed, and thank you for ringing, Fern.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, thanks for calling. Bye. So that was Fern there, and I think we shall go for Cream and I Feel Free. Cream, I Feel Free there, and I was just quickly swigging my mug of tea. I believe we have another call on line now. Can you hear me?
I certainly can, Mr. Rickards.
Hello, Colin. How are you?
I'm all right.
Why did you say that in that weird way at the start? You sound like you were doing a John Inman impression.
No, but I'm free.
Well, no, it was better. It was better before. So anyway, by the way, 2 people have been in contact with me this week who have been out and about on their travels. 2 separate people who have found fossil books and both messaged me to say Colin would love it here.
Where was that?
I think one was Southport, and I can't remember where the other... Oh, the other one might be Wales, actually.
Ah, Wales, yes. Southport, I'm not sure about. I thought that was... I've actually been to Southport.
All right.
On the Wirral.
Did you get arrested? Oh, you can't say that to people in Southport about the Wirral. They don't like that. It's like people in Rochdale, like when they say we're from Manchester, we don't like that.
No. I had a friend whose in-laws lived up there,
Okay.
and I went to on a journey once and
Of self-discovery.
went to see them.
Oh.
It's lovely up there, though. I love the dunes and what have you. Anyway, when you were introducing the programme,
Yes.
you used a phrase that I haven't heard in a long time. Hello, Playmates.
I did say that.
Now, obviously, you know whose catchphrase that is.
Mm-hmm.
But I was wondering if anybody else did. But, of course, most of our regulars have already rung in.
Well, I'm sorry. You snooze, you lose, Colin, in this game.
Well, yes, well, there you go. I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to text in if they know.
I suspect in a minute. I suspect Gary would probably. Well, you see, Gary can't enter.
No.
I think Gary would definitely know.
Oh yes.
I was watching a film.
That.
I was watching a film the other day, by the way.
No, you weren't really.
I was, yeah, and it was called Dentist on the Job, featuring Bob Monkhouse.
Oh.
What, from 1961, and there was an advert in it for Arthur Lucan as old Mother Riley, and I could see you appearing in a remake of that, Colin. What are you laughing at? You'd be good.
Anyway, why have I rung in?
I don't know. Fern had many different... We go ringing about having a pop at Noel Edmonds. That seems to be a popular trend this evening.
No, I quite like Noel.
Do you?
He lives locally.
Oh, hello. Have you tried to...
Buckinghamshire.
What did you say? Buckinghamshire?
Yes.
Right, okay. Have you tried to scale his walls and get in?
No.
Oh.
I think that's where he lives. No, I've got some science and nature news.
Oh, go on. See, I need to do a jingle. Remind me this week I'll do you a jingle.
Yes. Not a great deal, but just a couple of things.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if we've got any younger listeners who may not know about this. Do you remember Earthsea?
Do you remember what?
Earthsea.
No.
The frozen body that was found in the Tyrol about 25 years ago.
Found in the what, sorry?
Tyrol, the mountains between Austria and Switzerland.
No. I'm rubbish. Is it like...
Iceman?
It's like, what did Vicky say before? I know nothing about nothing. Nothing sticks in my head these days.
Oh, well.
But just say something and I'll just nod in agreement. You could spin me any yarn now and I'll believe you.
Anyway, Earthsea was about 3,500 years old and been frozen in ice. And they've been doing tests on various things for years. But of course, science has progressed in those 25 years, especially in DNA. You know what that is, don't you?
Yeah.
Deoxynucleic acid.
Yeah, I knew that.
And it's the building blocks of life.
Well, I know that. I didn't know what it stood for, though.
Anyway, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Anyway, they've now found out that his skin clothes were made up of no less than 3 different animals of 2 types, one of sheep and one of goats, and 2 goats. But now they've decided that they were from different goats, and that he used patches.
Right. What, like his... Go on, sorry.
And he was tattooed.
Oh.
They think it's this research was done many years ago, but they think it was something to do with healing.
What, a tattoo?
So
that seems balmy, Colin. I'll be honest with you.
Well, how about this then?
Okay.
Good link. Seeing enemies. Did you know that if you rip them apart, they'll regenerate?
What? No. What, into 2 separate ones?
Yeah. Even if you took a 1/10 of one off, they would both regenerate into 2 separate things, and that's how they reproduce. They literally tear themselves apart and grow 2 of them.
See, if you'd have sent me the advance warning of what you were going to say, then I would have played something like Love Will Tear Us Apart, Joy Division.
Never heard of that one.
Do you know what? I knew you were going to say that. It was only from about 1978, Colin, so fair play.
I was at work then.
Right.
Right. But anyway, scientists have this ability to regenerate. Scientists have isolated a protein which in mice have helped to what's the word I'm looking for? The hearing in mice.
What, restore?
Restore, that's the word, sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah. So more research to be done there. I think that's it. I could only find the 2 that I thought you might be vaguely interested in.
See, I like that because at one point I was, when Penny was doing the travel, and when Vicky was doing the gardening, I was all set for firing you.
Well, I know. That's why I was, a bit perturbed about that.
But I wouldn't fire you, Colin.
Well,
I wouldn't fire you.
As I say at the YMCA shop, you can't fire me because I'm a volunteer.
Can you actually do the gesture to the YMCA?
Nah.
Oh, right.
I can sing a bit of it.
Go on.
You really want me to?
I thought you were going to do it then, I'll be honest.
We're gonna stay at the YMCA. We're gonna stay at the YMCA. That's all I can remember.
Well, that was quite impressive, actually. I think you might have a little.
Really want me to?
You might have a little friend of yours on, but I'll tell you what. Turn your radio off.
We're gonna stay at
Turn your radio off.
Yes. Sorry,
not you, Colin. Not you, Colin. Not you, Colin.
Oh.
Are you there?
I'm there.
Right. Well, you
Hello,
can.
gorgeous.
Hello, Flower. Are you alright?
I'm missing you.
Oh, I'm missing you too. I'll be back soon.
Well, how long soon?
Well, I just needed to take a few weeks off.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, can I just ask you, Colin?
Yes.
Was it Arthur Askew who said hello, playmates?
It certainly was.
See? You didn't think the younger generation would know that, did you?
No.
See?
I mean, you've got to be my age to really catch on to those things.
Yeah. I don't know. How are you, Kyle? Okay?
I'm not
Sorry?
I'm not too bad, thank you. She was talking to me, Colin. Pipe
Oh.
down.
Oh, he's got it on again.
He's...
I
You know, I'm
don't
sure he has his finger hovering over that button.
It's alright, revenge is a dish best served cold.
That is very true.
I don't know. Do you feel better now, Kyle?
Say again, sorry.
Do you feel better now you've played that?
He's jealous.
Say again, Colin.
I reckon you're jealous.
What, jealous of you?
Of both of us.
What? Why would I be jealous?
I don't know.
Right. So again, you've come on this. You've clearly not thought it through. You said the first thing that's popped into your head. Well, I demand a full apology.
Throwaway comment.
I demand a full apology for that, forthwith.
Hang on. I think you could be right, Colin.
Can I give it fifth with?
Can you give it what?
Fifth with.
What does that mean?
It's one after fourth with.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
We could end this unnecessary mess by you just apologising to me, Colin, straight off.
Go on, alright, I'll apologise.
Right, thank you very much, Colin. Thank you.
I was a bit distracted then. My neighbour seemed to be having a Barney.
Having a Barney?
Yeah.
Or a Barbie?
Barney.
Oh.
Fight.
Oh, what, throwing things at each other?
I don't know, we haven't got that far yet.
Oh.
Interesting. I don't know.
That could be a new feature, couldn't it?
What, people fight? What, like the Jeremy Kyle show?
I don't know, I've never watched it.
Never. You must have seen bits of it.
Even when I'm ill, I've never watched that. I've never been ill enough to watch it.
Oh, that would make me ill. I've seen clips, but what a load. And what's all this Judge Judy about?
That was about 20 years ago, Colin.
Yeah, it's Judge Rinder now.
I think they must be bringing it back.
Judge Rinder. His first name Gary Grinder. You must have heard of Grinder. You must have heard of Grinder, Colin.
Nope.
You've never heard of Grinder?
No.
You amaze me.
Don't, you're making me laugh.
No, I saw an advert on one of the...
What, for Grinder?
No, for Judge Judy.
No, like I said, it was about 20 years ago.
Well, maybe she's coming back.
She's not coming back.
She's retired.
Honestly, honestly, you go through your TV guide, yeah, and you'll find on ITV tomorrow plenty of episodes of Judge Grinder. Have a look. Honestly, have a look.
No, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't trying to help you.
There was something else I was going to ask you what the heck it was.
12 inches, but I don't use it as a rule.
What's Duck Dynasty?
Do you know? I don't know. Andrew might be best placed to tell you that.
Why would I be best placed?
Because I don't know what it is. I struggle with Storage Wars.
I don't know what Duck Dynasty is either.
I like Storage Wars.
I thought it was two drakes and a mallard having a fight on screen, but it might be wrong.
No, it's definitely not. No, it's these hairy blokes.
Oh.
With great big beards and moustaches.
What, like the... Well, I'm looking at a picture now, Colin, because I'm your friend, and it looks very much like a ZZ Top. Right. Excuse me, let me have a look. See, there's a thing on your computer called Google, Colin, you could do this. At first glance, the Robinsons look like the typical Louisiana family who live for duck hunting season. Got to be careful how you say that. A closer look, however, reveals they live very well because of duck hunting season. I've said that. The Robinsons own and operate Duck Commanders, which specialise in fabricating duck calls and decoys out of salvaged swamp wood. The company has grown from a mom-and-pop operation to a multi-millionaire sporting empire established in 1973 by family patriarch Phil, aka the Duck Commander, and now run by his business-savvy son, Willie.
And I bet there's nothing about the manufacture in it.
I've no idea. Why don't you watch it and then come back on the show and tell me?
I wonder if the youngest son's called Willie Duck.
Unbelievable.
They must all be quackers.
Yeah. I can do a duck impression.
Do a duck impression.
I bet it's Donald. Yeah.
Right. I'm
done.
I'm going to go now.
No.
Is that all right?
Are you leaving us now?
I'll leave you.
Andrea and I'll just keep chatting on.
Well, you'll be fine, so I'll fade you off. But thanks for calling, Bells. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, those two. I don't know what they'll be doing for the rest of their evening. God alone knows. But there we go. Judge Grinder. If you want to check him out. So Michael Jackson and The Way You Make Me Feel. For the people who have messaged me, by the way, saying I said hello twice during that Michael Jackson song, I did, because I was actually doing a guest harmony vocal and Michael didn't mix me out properly, and that's why it was on there. But thank you to all the people that told me I said hello twice on the radio. So I believe we've got another caller from further afield. So hello, caller, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you perfectly.
How you doing?
Like I said, a little bit of pain, but I'm hopefully not going to howl like a coyote on your on air.
That would be although to be honest with you, I don't really heard Colin's call. We'll play anything, to be honest with you. So I believe so. I've seen your name come. So it's Al, and whereabouts in the world are you?
I happen to I'm in North Carolina. Down near a place called Cherry Point.
Cool. And what's it like over there then?
Well, today it's I don't know, because I haven't looked outside actually. I've made a huge, well, not a huge mistake. I just haven't looked outside because I'm kind of an stuck indoor kind of person right now.
Okay. No, I can empathise. I don't go out unless I have to. I'll be honest. So yeah.
I hear you, but I'm new to listening. I like the music y'all play.
Oh, thank you.
Because I'm older, and you play everything that I know.
I did play some Ollie Murs earlier this week. I did a brief show to test stuff out, and I played a guy. I don't know whether you know of him, but a guy called Ollie Murs. And who's an English guy, and I got a bit of criticism that people weren't keen on Ollie Murs.
No, I've never heard of him.
I would play you some Al, but again, I don't want all the haters descending on me, going, "Don't play Ollie Murs again."
I hear you. Well, I will tell you. I will ask you this then.
Okay.
What can you play that you won't get hated on, but that would be new to me?
Oh, why you say new to you? Right, okay, okay. Have you heard of a group called Bastille?
No, no, I haven't.
Okay,
no, I do love music, so
okay.
No,
there's a song they brought out maybe in the past month or 6 weeks, and that's a really good song. That's getting lots of airplay here. So I will play that for you next, actually. Well, probably the one after next.
Okay, that will work. Hey, I appreciate you taking my call. This is very interesting. And I do want to say hi to Fern, of course. And I also want to say hi to Gary.
Oh, yeah. Gary does the RadioSoundsFamiliar.com. Yeah.
Yep. Gary and I met on Periscope.
Oh, right, okay. No, different. A different Gary, I think.
Oh, okay.
There's two Garys.
Eric, a.k.a. Moofy?
Yeah, that's the other Gary. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do know the other Gary then?
No, I've spoken to the other Gary, but my Gary is Gary Craig, who runs like a TV theme website.
Oh, I will have to try to look that up then.
It's really good. I shall send you a link to it, but it's really good.
Okay, and yeah, we are linked on Twitter now, right?
Yep, yeah. I can see it on on the Reclaim Radio one. I can see you. So yeah, I shall do that. I shall put that out for you later.
Okay. Hey, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you taking my call.
No,
and maybe if you don't mind, as I keep on listening and become more familiar with what you're doing. If you don't mind taking another call at a later date. I think, but weren't you leaving?
Was I? Go on, sorry.
I thought you were leaving the show.
No, I wasn't. Somebody might be planning this without me knowing, but I've not heard of anything now.
No, okay, that was somebody else. I get confused. I take medicine.
No, it's cool. And look, you are welcome any time to ring or request a song or just, say whatever you want to say or what's going on over there. Any time at all, you're welcome to ring.
Okay. All right. Well, then this has been a lovely conversation. And you're in Manchester?
Yeah, just outside Manchester, yeah.
Cool. I like Manchester, actually.
Have you been?
No, the only place I've been in the UK is to the airport in Ireland and a 5-day stay in Edinburgh.
Oh, cool. So it's nice. I've only been to Edinburgh once. But London's nice if you get a chance to come back. London. Have a look around London.
Well, I'm trying to actually make a move there, but that's all stuff that's up in the air right now.
Okay.
In limbo. But as pieces of the puzzle fall into place, if they do fall into place, I hope to become a friend of the radio station, I guess I could say.
Oh no, that would be excellent.
Okay.
Brilliant. Well, like I said, what I should do is I'll play one song and I will play Bastille for you, and that's for you, Al. Is that okay?
That'll be great. Hey, I'd love to hear it.
Cool. Okay, well, thanks for calling, Al.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good evening. Cheers.
You too.
Bye.
Cheers to
Bye.
you.
So that was all there. What a lovely surprise from North Carolina. Right, I'll crack on some more music and I will find the Bastille track for Big Al. Bastille there, and that was for Big Al, all the way from North Carolina over there in the States. So I hope you enjoyed it, Al. Right, so we still need to... I'm trying to work out what we need to do. I had loads of things I was going to talk about. Talc. What's the point of talc? I had a particular hot bath before. I applied some talc, not that you want to know that. And what's the point of it? Can't see it. Also, we'll reveal the answer to the samples game sometime before 9 o'clock. Now, our old friend Don has been on. I know my brother particularly enjoys these parts of the show. So apparently Don decided to apply for a job as a driver.
So nice. Hi, Cut. Yeah, you're advertising for drivers in Northwest News.
Pardon?
Sorry, you're advertising for drivers in Northwest News.
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell me a little bit more about it, please, if you don't mind?
What class licence have you got?
First class, yeah.
You're class 1?
Yeah, excellent, yeah, that's the one. It says here, guaranteed weekly pay £288.50.
Right.
Is that sort of net, or is that in your hand?
That's on top. What it is with a guarantee,
Yeah.
it's as long as you fulfil certain criteria.
What do you mean, like you don't crash or anything like that?
No, what it is some people will select, well, I'll work for that customer,
Yeah.
but I won't work for that customer.
Oh, you will have been on to that with me.
Right. So as long as the driver's fairly flexible,
Yeah.
willing to do the work that's offered,
Yeah.
then we can guarantee them a minimum wage.
Right.
Whereas if, as you know, with some agencies, if you don't get a couple of days' work, you end up losing money.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas
No.
with us, if we couldn't get you out for a couple of days,
Yeah.
we'd still make your wage up
I've got you.
so that you've got a minimum.
Yeah. And what sort of stuff would I be carrying?
We've got a wide variety of customers.
Yeah, yeah. Could I sort of say, well, I prefer to carry, like, clothing and stuff?
Right, clothing.
Yeah.
Don't think we've got many customers who deal with clothing.
Right, okay then. Yeah, fair play. I mean, I'm a top driver, you know.
Right, what name have you got?
It's Kiddick, Kiddick.
First name?
Donald, Don.
Who's this?
Sorry?
Don Kiddick.
Yeah.
Right. Is this a wind-up, mate?
No, certainly not. No, I'm looking for driving work. And I've seen your advertisement.
And your name's Don Kiddick?
Donald, yeah.
can I just put you on hold for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
Hang on. Hello?
Yeah, hello there.
Hi there.
Yeah, is there a problem?
No, this is Jed, the manager speaking.
Oh, right.
Told to pick up the line. There's a driver on class 1.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. But how can I help you?
Well, I know a little bit about the salary that you're paying. It's just really how many hours you'd expect me to do.
Well, let's start at the beginning.
Right.
So, what are you doing at the moment?
Well, I was driving, but I had to leave the company.
Right. And why did you have to leave the company?
I was working for a garden centre, driving, delivering plants and stuff.
Yeah.
And they caught me. Well, basically, I was torturing the plants.
You were torturing plants?
Yeah.
How were you torturing plants?
I was giving them ice cubes, to water them. I was giving them ice cubes instead of water, so that we had a bit of a fallout. So now I'm in the market basically.
Right. Well, basically, what you need to do is come into 93 Charlie Road, Swinton.
Yes, 93.
Yeah, 93 Charlie Road, Swinton.
Yeah.
Bring with you your driving licence and your bank details.
Right.
What we'll do is take it from there.
Okay. Can you just tell me one thing? What does it actually stand for?
What does what stand for?
The letters.
Well, that's a funny question to ask. It actually stands for Specialist Manpower Services.
Right. No, I don't mean that. I mean HGV.
Well, are you an HGV driver?
Well, I can drive. Yeah. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give myself a B.
No, you don't sound like the type of person I'd want to employ anyway. Because you're asking some stupid questions, to be quite honest.
Right. Well, in that case, do you think you could put the chap that I was speaking to earlier on, because I don't really like the sound of you?
Well, I don't particularly like the sound of you, mate.
No, I said it first. Hello? So can I start Monday?
Psycho Killer and Talking Heads and Set Adrift on Memory Bliss by PM Dawn, which sampled True by Spandau Ballet. If I'd been thinking, I would have used that in my quiz, which I will still reveal the answer for, by the way, just before we finish at 9 o'clock tonight. So I believe we have another call on the line. Can you hear me?
Hello, Playmates.
Hello, Playmates. You all right, Cheeky?
I'm very well, thank you very much, Kyle. Of course, it's Gary. I won't mention the radio station. It sounds familiar, of course, because it's been mentioned already many times.
What would the address be if people did want to go and find it?
I know. I'm sure once you're off the air, loads of people will be tuning in now.
They'll just jump over to you. You should do a live show.
We should do like they used to do on Thames and LWT, where they used to hand them over on a Friday night and say, "That's it from Thames, and now over to our friends at the South Bank at London Weekend Television." You
do realise that Anthony will be texting shortly, because that was his favourite bit of the week, watching
the non-synchronous cut they used to do at the transmitter.
Yeah,
when the picture used to roll.
He loves stuff like that.
Yeah,
he really does. Anyway,
those days have gone, but never mind. We can still reminisce, can't we?
I think we should do a show. Only so we can sit in adjacent studios, and I can sit there with my glass of wine, and you can say, "If everything's to be believed, Carl, you're back on the bottle."
Apparently, what I read talking about the switchover. Actually, Anthony about like this, but I'm sure he knows. One year, the British Telecom, it wasn't British Telecom, GPO people they were called in those days, were on strike, and they never did the switchover. So I forget which way it was. I think it was LWT to London back to Thames on the Monday, and I don't know what time they used to switch over, but they didn't switch over, so there was nothing on the screen.
Can I just say, I'm listening to it. My phone has just gone right, and it simply says yes, 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 and 3 exclamation marks.
Okay.
So who do you think that is listening?
Must be Anthony then.
I can give you Anthony's number. It's 07.
I don't usually give his number out. That's a bit unfair.
I wouldn't do that.
Funnily enough, I just read the other day that ITV they're gonna have an hour blank screen on all their 7 channels, aren't they? Is it the last day of the Olympics or something? Did you read about this?
No.
It's 9:30 to 10:30 one day. I think and they're going to put a caption up saying go out and do some Olympic type things, which I thought was a very strange thing to do. They're going to lose an hour's worth of advertising on all their channels.
They must be making it, but they can easily recoup that, can't they?
Well, it's 9:30 till 10:30 in the morning. It's not exactly peak time, is it? They're not going to lose too much money, I don't think.
Apparently, by the way, I'd see my phone is properly going mental now. So Penny has now said yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Fern asked if he can play. Get Gary. Actually, I won't get Gary. I will ask Gary to play Supergram to rhyme in fracas and baracus.
Okay.
I might have it actually here.
So have you got what? You got Supergram? I've got Supergram on my station, but I don't know when it's coming up next.
I have Super. Well, that could be a way. So I shall play it in the next 24 hours. For
well, I could probably play it in the next within the next week, definitely. No, I could put, if I was upstairs on the computer, I'll put it on now. But anyway, I was looking at the. I saw the BBC show reel for their comedy festival they're having. You know, they're redoing all these sitcoms in one episode. Are You Being Served, Step to Unsung, Till Death Do Us Part.
Yeah,
You've seen this?
I've seen the other trailer, which features and I always forget the actor's name, but he's really, really good. He's like is he the managing director in West 1A? But he's the one who's playing the John Inman character, Mr. Humphreys.
Oh yes, he is. I thought the one I saw, Are You Being Served, I thought was fairly funny. I think there's a problem with. Till Death Do Us Part, but they clearly can't be politically incorrect anymore, can they? They can't do what he used to do. You know, obviously we're not going to go into that. It's a date. It's 1970s. That's what they used to do in those days. I
did write about that in my dissertation, by the way.
What?
Which was on comedy.
Really?
Did you never know that?
No, you never told me that. I didn't know you did. I never did a dissertation.
Well, I rocked up. It's not quite the same thing, is it? It's not like a real degree.
Was that a degree then?
It was a degree, yes.
It was one of those waste of space degrees, was it?
No, it was. No, it was English. Actually,
media study. I mean, English.
It was English, which constantly amazes Vicky. I know nothing about anything.
So did you get top marks?
I did for the dissertation. I ended up with a 2.2 overall. Unlike you, sir.
What are you suggesting?
Cause I thought you had quite a high degree.
I did, yeah, but I don't boast about it. Well, now you mentioned it.
Well, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be, really. And the other thing was, of course, you mentioned right at the top of the show, the demise of Deal or No Deal. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's they're going to show, I think, the remaining episodes that they've recorded already. Because they've obviously got... I mean, it must be quite sad for some people who aren't going to get a go.
Well... How long's the waiting list for it? I don't know.
Yeah, the people that are on the 22, and they're going to show the remainder of the shows. But obviously, there's going to be 11 or 12, going to be 21 people that never got to go on. If you see what I mean, you work it out.
Well, you could transition.
Never got to, have a chance of winning the big money.
But surely you could transition those people to his next venture, which will be excellent.
Well, they are going to do, aren't they? They're going to do some Deal or No Deals on tour or something. They're going to go and do them in shopping malls and things.
Well, yeah, no, I did hear that, sorry.
Like Barrymore used to do his show. Do you remember that thing he used to do?
Oh, that People one.
People, yeah, people who need people or whatever. No, that was Barbra Streisand. What was it? I Like People or something like that.
Barrymore's Kind of People.
Barry, that's right.
Do you know what? I've not Googled that. How was that popped back into my head? Sorry, I faded myself.
I thought it was my phone going.
No, it was me fading myself off trying to find something. So, anyway, while you're on the phone line, by the way, an idea I had, and I'm not sure how it will work, which I might have borrowed from another radio station, is I had the pleasure of watching a particular film this week.
Well, yes, which one?
Well, I was waiting for you to finish on your fake cigarette.
No,
I would use one. I was watching King of Comedy.
Oh, Jerry
Lewis.
Was that on Talking Pictures?
It wasn't on Talking Pictures, but it was talked about lately on another radio station, and I thought I'm going to watch that, and I did, and then I was going to discuss it tonight, and I thought no, what my idea is to give people a chance to watch it if they choose to. I'm sure you can do it free.
Where was it? On BBC?
I bought it on DVD.
Oh, I see, okay.
But the idea was, I thought people could ring in and give me their interpretation of it. Because I thought it was quite a good film.
Yeah, well, it's an old take, isn't it? I'm doing an old film review as opposed to a new film review, I suppose.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm not going to go and talking about new films. Are you going to see that David Brent film?
Do you know, I probably am going to go and see it, because I was a big fan of that.
I mean, it's on this weekend, isn't it? It's on tonight, actually. I think tonight's the release night. I don't think I could be bothered, to be honest, even though there's a cinema just down the road. I mean, it's all the same, isn't it? Well, you go and see it, and you can tell me what it's like, and if it's good, I'll go and see it.
Well, I think I'm planning on going and seeing it one evening next week. So yes, I'll do that.
That's a good idea.
So do you think the King of Comedy thing has legs, as you would say in your trade of work?
I think it's got potential, yeah.
Oh, thanks very much.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks very much. I was going to say, and oh God, there's so much. There's been loads in this show tonight. What would your ideal Channel 5 show be, by the way? I could create another one for you using my random generator.
I think they should bring back Watercolour Challenge, but do it naked.
Watercolour Challenge?
Yeah.
What was Watercolour? Not that Paint with Nancy thing.
No, Watercolour Challenge with Hannah Gordon. Do you remember that? Watercolour Challenge?
What, would she be?
Channel 4?
Would she be naked?
No, well, she could be, but you'd have to bring back new people now, younger.
Right. And so would you want to go on the show in the buff, or would you just want to sit there and watch it?
I'd be a voyeur. I'd just watch it.
With a small sherry in your hand?
Yeah, with a very small sherry, shaking in one hand, yeah.
I've just generated another one for you, another TV show. Right, now tell me this is not money. You ready?
Go on.
Outback Living with Andrew Marr.
Is this an algorithm that does this for you?
I wrote this.
Have you written it?
Yeah.
Well, Andrew Marr has already featured once in your suggestion.
I know, you see, all right, Freak Killers with Alexander Armstrong.
Yeah, well, that's got potential, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
what would be the format of the show then?
Well, I don't know. They're just names.
Just names.
Wrestling, pub car park, very cheap to do.
Swallow.
Norwich-based detective. How about this? Antiques of Desire with Nick Knowles.
Don't like Nick Knowles.
Why do you know he did? I shouldn't say this. Should I? No, I will do. And he did a programme from, let me think, it was Cardiff Prison. I used to work with a guy who worked there. He was quite high up there, and apparently he would show up every morning looking. They used to do a live thing every day, I think, on the BBC. And there was one. It was like running all week, and there was part of it set in Cardiff, part of it set in Great Hall, which is a women's prison.
Oh, so this is like a spring watch, but for
prisoners.
For prisoners, yeah. For lags.
Yeah. And you got to be very careful how you say that, and especially about Drake Hall. And he apparently showed up rough as toast every morning, but the minute the cameras went on, he was absolutely word perfect and immaculate.
Oh, he's a professional then, isn't he?
So, just saying.
Well, there you go. Just like us, professionals.
Well, we are professional. Oh, hang on. Bird watching with Paul O'Grady.
Yeah.
Oh,
that could work, yeah, that would work. But what would happen to Bill Oddie then? You've got to give him a job then, if you're going to take him away from bird watching.
He's not on my list. I've got Eat Your Way Slim with Gabby Roslin.
Yeah, okay. You could have a whole channel, couldn't you? You could start your own channel now with all your own commissions.
I've got, here you go, Family Massacre with anyone off Channel 5.
How about something on the dole? That's what Channel 5 do a lot, don't they? Something on benefits.
Oh, do you know what? This has genuinely just come up, right? Hitler's Trucks with Keith Lemon.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I like that. That's my sort of show, that is.
What, just Keith Lemon doing a tour of Hitler's trucks that he had during the war?
That would run for about 12 weeks, that would, easily.
I think you could post-produce that. You'd be good at that.
I could do that and edit it as well.
Yeah, do it. Just direct it as well.
Direct it, yeah. Sounds like fun.
Oh, I want the gig now. I want to be Hitler's Trucks with Carl Rickards. Might be an unpleasant connotation.
Anything with the word Hitler in it is going to get an audience. Don't worry.
Well, there was that thing the other day. What's that channel that you watched where there were like three things: Hitler's rocket, Hitler's something else.
Oh yeah, that was. I think that was on More 4, but I was watching this afternoon again on Quest. There was a whole pile of Hitler programs on: Hitler's children, Hitler's generals, Hitler's associates, Hitler's friends. It's full of it.
I don't know. You watched it?
I watched that. I did watch that thing on History last year about finding Hitler, and they came up with quite some not conclusive evidence, but substantial evidence about him that he did escape. He went to live in Argentina with Eva, Mrs. Hitler.
I do know what you are such a cultured and intelligent man, and yet you believe this piffle.
I keep an open mind.
He's dead. He's dead.
He's
dead
now. He's dead now. But at the time, he had time to go through that tunnel, get that flight to Finland, get on the submarine, go across the Atlantic to Argentina and have a whale of a time.
Oh, right.
There are pictures of him, and people have actually said they met him with
Right.
Evie. He liked going to the ballet, apparently.
Was he a nice chap? All things
Apparently,
considered?
he was misread. Very misread chap.
Yeah.
Misunderstood, I should say. Misunderstood.
Right, on that note, Gary, I'm going to go.
It's getting on to 9 o'clock.
It is, and I will play my... Can I just say, the last one that's just come up on my random generator is UFOs with Edwina Carey.
Edwina Carey. Oh, yeah, that would work very well, actually.
See, I'd watch that. I'd watch it for an hour.
Well, she'd just be talking about UFOs, just like all these other UFO shows, but she'd just be sort of showing bits of UFO footage.
But well, it would be her, but being generally quite condescending, I think.
Oh, she always is, though, isn't she?
So
she could bring her eggs into it as well.
Well, there's no need for that, is there?
No
really?
need.
Oh, actually, the next song I'm going to play, you might remember, because they used to play it in and out of advert breaks on Channel 4.
Really?
They did. It was when whoever was sponsoring, what is it? What's that cookery program I used to like? Come Dine With Me. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Camera Obscura, French Navy.
Okay.
So I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that now.
So I'll flick over quickly and put you back on the phone again.
Yes, I shall talk for 20 seconds then to buy you enough time.
All right then. I'll speak to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Gary.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Bye.
So that was Gary there from RadioSoundsFamiliar.com talking about his love of the series Hitler's Trucks, and I personally would watch it. You know, to be honest, I'd like to be able to present it as well. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Right, Gary, I think this has bought you enough time. So Camera Obscura and French Navy.
Spent a week in a dusty library, waiting for some words to jump.
Okay, so it's Camera Obscura, French Navy. We're just about to finish off here shortly. I will play out what the quiz answer was and leave you with one last song, if I can do it. Maybe two. No, one song. So the samples game, your song that people had to guess at, which people have had a few goes at, but not got yet, was... So that was Jimmy Bo Horn and Let Me Be Your Lover. So speed it up, and when it actually hit the charts, it should have sounded a bit like this. So yes, the answer there was Connected Stereo MCs from 1993. And I noticed Charlie was enjoying that listening, so I hope you enjoyed it, Charlie. Right, well, we've slightly run over, but, you know, we can do that. This is the luxury we have now. So thank you, everyone who rang in, who texted, who tweeted, and contributed to the show and enjoyed it. It was, thank you all, as ever. So I shall play it out with a song for Fern. We shall see you all next week at 7 p.m. So in the meantime, and in the meanwhile, have a good week, and this is for you, Fern.
Sophisticated, suave, and engaging. You must be listening to Kyle Rickards on Reclaimed Radio.